That one worked last week. You're going to need a bigger one than that. Oh, wait a minute here. I had another one there that I took out because I thought it was too short. So.
Sounds familiar or not?
Well, they were a powerhouse when we played
Well, they were really good, yeah. But, I think the power they won't have either of them. Oh, yeah.
See if that helps, Mike. If not, we're going to go without it. Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 test. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, this is check with the new cord. 1, 2, 3.
It sounds good. There's no cord.
Yeah. behind. That was on the screen a few minutes ago. Okay, this is the new chords. You're picking us up, but you're picking nothing but, you're not picking any voice, just noise, pure noise. All the stores, there's something in there. It's pure noise. Yeah.
Wait.
There it is.
Yeah, we got it.
It's there now. But it's distorted, isn't it?
No, I had it all the way up. It's
Testing 1, 2. Okay, let me hear it. Okay.
We have to go with it.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're already late. So.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds fine there.
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Severance Field in Harrisburg. This afternoon, it's the Chambersburg Trojans and Harrisburg Cougars. And today's game is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds, choose the super simple home equity loan from F&M Trust, your local full-service community bank. Apply online at fmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. By Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agency serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. By Franklin County Visitors Bureau, your great moments are waiting in Franklin County. Let the Franklin County Visitors Bureau help you plan your visit to the beautiful Cumberland Valley. Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly, 301 Walker Road, Chambersburg. Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 37 years. By Patriot Federal Credit Union, helping members achieve financial success in our community since 1955. By Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializing in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. By Greencastle Eye Care Center, a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Greencastle community since 1984. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. And by Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. I'm Gary Clyde along with Mike Berger. Some rain, of course, this morning. Right now, it's just like a very light rain falling. We talked with Chambersburg Trojans head football coach Mark Luther, and we will be joined by Mark when we come back with more on the Antrim Insurance pregame show. And brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and the surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland communities.
Woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
When you need extra funds, keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, our home equity loan has no checking account or automatic payment requirement, and there's no introductory teaser rate. You simply get a low fixed rate with savings you can count on. F&M Trust is a local community bank, ready to serve all your financial needs. Apply for your super simple home equity loan now at fmtrustonline.com or at any F&M Trust community office. Equal housing lender.
Fall is fabulous in Franklin County, whether it is in your own backyard or as a weekend getaway. Lots of apples, pumpkins, hay mazes, hay rides, fall foliage festivals, and more. Saturday, October 15th is Apple Fest in downtown Chambersburg, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Everything apples, artisans, art, fun, entertainment by finalists of this year's A Cappella and Unplugged. Fun for the whole family. Then try to find your way out of a 10-acre corn maze at Country Creek Produce Farm on Eder Road in Chambersburg. Open Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to dusk, and Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. Great fall fun is waiting in Franklin County. For more to see and do, visit explorefranklincountypa.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Wow, value and incentives have been really good for the past few months at Keystone Ford, but they just went from good to incredible. For a limited time, you can now get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 off on all 2016 models. Cars, SUVs, vans, even the Ford F-150. Today, you can save thousands and have awesome payments. Check these out. And to top this off, I promise nobody will beat a Keystone Ford price. We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Harrisburg, and we talked with Chambersburg Trojans head football coach Mark Luther about today's upcoming game and the season for the Chambersburg Trojans. We are with Chambersburg Trojans head football coach Mark Luther, and Mark, in the ball game with CD East, we were pretty excited for a while there at the end of the first half with the Trojans coming up with those two scores in a short amount of time, and the recovery of the fumble in the end zone. Your team played very well for the most of the first half.
Yeah, we did some good things there. We, were able to get them stopped in the first couple series, and we're able to do some things offensively. So, there was some good emotions. The guys were playing with emotion and excited about it, and to be able to punch the ball in with a long run, Clay's run, and then recover that fumble in the end zone, we found ourselves up with a lead for a change, and we just got to learn how to play once we put ourselves in that situation to hang on to it. So, there was a lot of positive things, but, we're still making some errors and giving up plays that, come back to haunt us.
Yeah, and we're halfway through the season now. Do you see your club has improved since the beginning of the year?
Well, I definitely think so. We've taken some positive strides forward. We're definitely better than we were from, the prior to the first game with Greencastle. But, we've suffered some injuries, and we've got some guys out that haven't played for a couple weeks. So, just about the time you feel like you're ready to make that next step forward, something happens. So, and we've got some other guys playing, and but the players have had a positive attitude and they're working hard. So, each game we'll just take it one at a time and hopefully keep making some improvements.
And on the schedule next for you is the Harrisburg Cougars. Now, I know, going from year to year, players change, but a lot of your players are back. It's a game I think that most people felt Chambersburg, should have won last year. Now you have another crack at Harrisburg tomorrow. So, how do you see this Harrisburg ball team?
No, they're a very athletic team. They're very similar to what we saw last week with CD East. Very athletic quarterbacks, almost a mirror image. A very athletic left-handed throwing player, and they're a little more wide open than CD East. They like to throw the ball more than run it, and but they just they have great team speed and they play hard. So. I know I've heard a lot of the players talk about last year was a game they let slip away, but it is a different year. It's a different game, and I think Harrisburg's a different team this year. They're a year older. They got some guys making some plays, and, again, we're going to have to play a very good game. We have to cut down on our mistakes to be in this, and, we can't give them the space. We can't allow them to get the ball in space. Because we'll struggle to run them down if we do that kind of stuff. And
with the game being on a Saturday, how does that affect your routine, Mark?
Well, it just adds another day in there. So yesterday would be our normal, day before game practice, but having that extra day in there was kind of nice. So we got some work done yesterday that you typically don't do. Your week always seems so rushed because, you have a JV game Monday, so the majority of our guys are playing that, so you really don't get a chance to prepare for your next opponent that day, and then, you get really one day Tuesday, one day Wednesday, which, one day's offense and one day's defense, and, you only have hours, and then Thursday you're trying to review, so, I enjoyed this week. It felt more like a college week, and having that extra day yesterday to prepare was nice. And, so I'm not going to mind the Saturday afternoon game. So, but, we'll see how the team responds tomorrow afternoon at 1.
Yeah, and you mentioned something about Harrisburg in your conversation. And I think anytime you think of Harrisburg, and Harrisburg has been over the years up and down, but they always have two things, and that is speed and athleticism. It seems like on every Harrisburg football team that we have ever seen.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's and no different this year. Their kids play hard. They get after it. I think, and you could tell they're definitely playing with some confidence, having only one loss on the season. So, there's a lot going for them. But it's one of those things, we got to try to do what we did last week, come out, make some stops, and get a score on the board and just try to get them to doubt. One of these games, we hopefully we'll get some bounces and things to flow our way, and, hopefully it'll be this Saturday.
Yes, and, we've always set up in the booth and just thought if there was ever a time that you put 4 good quarters together, a lot of great things are going to happen because, the team really shows signs that they can be a pretty good team at times.
Yeah, we definitely do some good things, in all aspects of the game, but it's just like frustrating. We haven't had any issues with special teams all season, and then last Friday night we can't get the snap back to the punter, and we're just having issues with extra points after scoring, and we didn't have a problem all season. So, those are the frustrating things as a coach. It's like, where did this all come from? We don't see it in practice either. So, and you got to keep in perspective. They're, 15, 16, 17-year-old young men that, there's a lot going on out in that field and through their minds, so we just got to get them to relax and take care of their job. And if we can do that for 4 quarters, we can win a football game. There's no doubt about it.
And when is the last time that you have ever seen a punter, a kicker, called for intentional grounding?
I don't think ever. So, Nazir had a crazy game last week with that, and then he got called for penalty for an illegal kick of the football, and it was just one of those things that afterwards you're like a coach, you can't believe some of the things. You never know what to expect on game day, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's always something that happens that you would have never thought of, isn't there?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how are you? We're halfway point injury-wise?
Well, we're getting banged up. We've lost Caden Hoover's out, lost him for, a number of weeks, and I don't see any time frame with him coming back. One of our starting linebackers, Nate Reed's out. Didn't see a time frame of him coming back, and a couple of our backup kids are banged up and bruised up, and so we're thin, at some spots, and we've lost some other kids that have decided to step away from the team in areas, and so there's a lot of pressure on a number of our players to have to do a lot, to play a lot, both sides of the ball, special teams, and that with the teams we play and the schedule we play, it's tough for them. It really is. And I know I was talking with Ed Gottwolf earlier in the week from Public Opinion, and looking at our schedule outside of Greencastle, most of the teams in the remaining schedule, everybody has a winning record, and everybody either has 0 losses or 1 loss. Carlisle right now is sitting with 2, but they're still on the winning side of things. And, our schedule has to be one of the toughest in the state. It's unbelievable to look at. But, but our kids are hanging in there and staying tough, so.
Yeah, and I totally agree with this schedule. You look at it, and there is absolutely, no breathers along the way.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And
Shippensburg's undefeated. Red Lion's undefeated. Cumberland Valley's undefeated. Central Dauphin East has 1 loss. Central Dauphin has 1 loss. State College is undefeated. I mean, you just go up and down it. It's crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen a team play a schedule with so many teams that are undefeated or 1 loss on it. So.
Yes, it is, and this Commonwealth seems to be just getting stronger. It appears Carlisle is stronger. Harrisburg was kind of down last year, and that doesn't appear to be the case at all. Yeah.
No, not at all. So we got to step it up to compete in this conference. That's for sure.
And of all the things, there's nothing whatsoever to do about the schedule that you have to play other than to play them.
Yeah.
And look at it, Mark. You have the 2 teams in this conference who were in the state championship game a year ago.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and that, but that's what makes it awesome. We get to the point where we are winning football games and competing for, the conference title. That says a lot about the young men and what the work they put in, because we are playing really good programs. We're not playing programs that are winning 1 or 2 games a year. So.
Yeah, and it is a tough ride in that Commonwealth. I can't imagine that there's a conference anywhere in the state that is any harder than the Commonwealth Division. Chambersburg Trojans head football coach Mark Luther, and we will be back with more of the pregame show after these messages on the F&F Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. A ball game with Harrisburg.
All right.
reach with a low-rate 15-year home equity loan from Patriot Federal Credit Union. Get the money you need so you're not putting off your home renovation plans any longer. It's time to build that addition, renovate the bath, or redesign your home's interior. Patriot Federal Credit Union is here to help. Learn what our home equity loans can do for you at patriotfcu.org.
Equal housing lender. Member NCUA.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
When it comes to buying tires, Keystone Ford has a very simple, easy to understand, crystal clear guarantee. We will beat any competitor's advertised price on the brand name tires we sell. That's our Keystone Ford low price tire guarantee.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And welcome back, everyone, to Harrisburg. Today's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Trojans coming in. They are on a four-game losing streak at 1 win and 4 losses. Harrisburg Cougars coming in at 4-1. They're ranked the number 1 team in Class 5A. So another tough task at hand for the Trojans.
And we seem to say it every year, Gary. We get those couple non-league games, Shippensburg, Greencastle, and eventually here we come. They're going to get into the meat of the schedule. They're going to play their toughest foes, and it don't get any easier after today. But today they have to focus on Harrisburg. They had a walloping of Hershey last week, 49-0, and you said during the interview with Coach Luther, they're athletic, they're fast. They like to go misdirection. They do all kinds of neat and tricky plays once in a while. We'll see how the Trojans defense, who at times has looked really good. In fact, the Trojans even had a lead last week, 13-10. It was a lot closer than that score indicated. So new game, new day. Hopefully Trojans can come up with victory.
And the Trojans here last year, a ball game that everyone thought Chambersburg really should have won, but they quite frankly just let it get away late in the ball game, and they fell to Harrisburg. Was it 39?
They lost 38-34.
Okay, 38-34.
Ali Infinity, number 23.
And we're going to say some names from last year, Gary, that are playing still with Harrisburg. Shaquan Anderson-Butts. He's their main guy, 15 catches, 191 yards coming today. And their quarterback, he's also Ymir Wilkinson. He's kind of like the quarterback we saw last week in CD East. He does a lot of misdirection. He's fast and going to give Chambersburg a workout on this wet field here in Harrisburg.
And it is a turf field, and here comes the Nazeer Taylor kickoff as it's going to be taken at the 10-yard line up to the 20, to the 25-yard line. Allie Anthony on the return for the Harrisburg Cougars. So that's where Harrisburg will go to work. The Cougars' first offensive series of the afternoon. The lone loss by Harrisburg was to Bishop McDevitt, and that was by a 28-12 score opening week. And Bishop McDevitt has a couple of losses on the season already, and they defeated Reading 51-0, Pottsville 32-7, 28-10 over CD East, 49-0 over Hershey. Out of the shotgun formation, and a little movement, and that's offsides Harrisburg.
Yeah, and that's good start for the Trojans, 5 yards back on Harrisburg. One of the things is just staying focused. They had some bad snaps last week, and I mean, even the extra point, it had that unreal thing we've never saw before, the intentional grounding.
And so Harrisburg right away with the penalty, first down and 15 yards to go. And Harrisburg, a team whose fortunes you never really could gauge because they have been up and down more than anybody in the Commonwealth Division over the years. And this is Yamara Wilkinson standing back at the 10-yard line. And Wilkinson is going to hand the football off a little bit of a hole. And it turns into a pretty good hole and a pickup of about 10 yards to the 30-yard line.
Looks like Allie Anthony with the yardage. It's going to be 2nd and 5. That ball is going to be slippery, so we'll see how much they'll be throwing versus feeding the football.
And some more movement. I'm not sure if it was Chambersburg or...
Not a false start.
It's against Harrisburg. So a couple of penalties nullifying the gain.
Second down 10.
It'll be a 2nd down and 10. Harrisburg coached by Calvin Everett. Standing at the 20-yard line, motion coming left for Harrisburg. And this is Wilkerson. He has the screen pass out, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
And Anderson
Butts on the carry.
Yeah, nice throw there by the quarterback, finding Anderson Butts there on the left side, sideline area, goes out of bounds. Fresh set of downs for the Cougars.
And despite a couple of penalties, the Cougars come up with the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars, and they will be at the 42-yard line. Penn State and Maryland playing this afternoon. They kicked off at 12 noon today.
Yeah, lines are up 10-7 in the first.
And now motion coming, and there is the handoff and trying to break it around the right side over midfield into Trojan territory at the 43-yard line and a first down.
Yeah, Anderson Butts once again getting that feed from the quarterback, right side, knocked out of bounds, enough for a first down, and not too bad. You get 2 false starts, and you're still able to get 2 first downs thus far.
So into Trojan territory at the 48-yard line. And this is Yamara Wilkerson, and again he'll get it out to Allie, and he's down the sideline, and he is headed into the end zone for a touchdown. Just like that. And it's 6-0.
But there is a flag, Gary. There's a couple flags.
Okay, there is flags on the play. He did get out in the open, and
probably a hold or...
Holding against the Cougars.
It's coming back. A hold against the Cougars. So
all that running for nothing.
The Cougars, without question, their own worst enemy. It's not the Trojans here in the first quarter. That's the 3rd penalty called, and this one nullifies a touchdown for the Harrisburg Cougars. Little rain apparently falling. Yes, umbrellas up.
But the good news is it's not cold, so
Yeah.
if you can cover yourself like some fans here on the Harrisburg side, they have a nice little canopy tent. They're nice and comfortable.
And here's Wilkerson again, so the Cougars will try it again. They try the same play. This time they get nothing.
Yeah, the Trojans were ready for them. 82 and 42 there, respectively, for the Trojans. Griffin Leedy and also Luke Wetzel there for the tackle. It's going to be a loss of yardage on that play.
Loss of the yard, second down and 16.
So it'll be a 2nd and 16 for the Harrisburg Cougars. Rare Saturday afternoon game. And here is Wilkerson, the quarterback, and he is going to throw. He has a man open, but he's going to be knocked down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Seth Browse right there for the Trojans. The intended receiver caught it. As soon as he caught it, he was down on the ground. It's going to be 3rd and 15.
So the Trojans see if they can come up with a stop here on 3rd down and 15 yards to go. This is the time that has given the Trojans problems, 3rd and 4th down on the year. And Wilkerson standing all alone. He's going to throw it. The left-hander has it off. He has it complete and heading down the sidelines and very close to a touchdown. It is a touchdown, Cougars. On the receiving end, numbers are hard to see here.
Yeah, it looks like it's Isaiah Sawyers with the touchdown, number 11. It is number 11. He's running down to the sideline. Everybody give him high fives. Sawyer, just a nice pass right there on the sideline. He just went off, 3 defenders going after him. Tip your hat to the Cougars. A host of penalties and still able to score a touchdown. It's not bad.
And the Cougars will be in to attempt the extra point to try to make it a 7-0 game. Kick is up, kick is good. So there's a break in the action with the score. Harrisburg 7, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust and Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
When you need extra funds, keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan has a great low rate with no checking account or automatic payment requirement. It's super simple. Apply now at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein with Mike Berger back at Severance Field in Harrisburg as the Cougars will go to work offensively, or excuse me, the Trojans go to work offensively after the Harrisburg touchdown. And I guess the huge news last night is Cumberland Valley falling to State College for the 2nd year in a row.
But the Eagles still did pretty good though last year, even though they lost.
Yeah, right. They won a state championship, but it seems like State College
has
a
number. Yeah.
And that is taken by the Trojans back about the 5-yard line, 10-20. 25 and getting over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. But Vessa is...
There's a player down for the Trojans.
And there is a Trojan down, and they already have a number of players that are injured. And now down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's Spencer Seaman on the ground, number 81.
And
they say his name a lot. Good receiver on when they have the football.
And it was Seaman who was on the return for Chambersburg. As we look at the our video replay in the booth.
Right.
So with Seaman, Seaman is down and being attended to by the training staff of the Trojans. Only one other game this afternoon. CD East is at Central Dolphin for a 2 p.m. start in the Commonwealth. And last night around the area is living up to its billing as the game of the week. Shippensburg over Mifflin County 35-30. And we told you about State College. That was a 20-16 win over Cumberland Valley. Susquehanna Township over Carlisle 35-6. Big Spring rolled over Greencastle 49-21. Greencastle not able to score until the fourth quarter with the second team on the field. Northern defeated James Buchanan 56-6. The Rockets did have a fake punt for a touchdown. Waynesboro over West Perry 63-15. From around the Commonwealth and Colonial last night. Chambersburg going to start offensively for their first time today.
It looks like Spencer is okay there. He walked off on his own will. So good for the Trojans on that.
Collier at quarterback. Myers in the backfield with him. Spencer Myers Clay Myers has been a big bright spot for the Trojans this year. He gets about a yard or so on the play, up to about the 28-yard line.
And he has now his 70th carry, over 400 yards. He's been great. Well, unfortunately for Challenger, I mean, he's like the one guy that the defense knows he's going to get most of the offense. The Collier's going to have to step back, throw some passes, which he did do last week, to try to mix it up.
Actually down behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a second down and 11 for the Chambersburg Trojans. They feed it to Myers again, but the Cougars are reading it. No question, now already a third down for the Trojans.
Yeah, they had four guys waiting on him. Myers down. It's going to be third down for a blink of an eye.
It is 3rd and 12. Lost a yard on each of the carries. 3rd and 12. You would think an obvious passing situation. Trojans left to right across your screen or radio dial. And quarterback back, and Collier throws. He's got a man and a nice catch. That is Sean Vessa at the 40-yard line. A leaping catch by Vessa to pull it down for the Trojans.
Definitely what the Trojans need. He knew they were going to pass. 12 yards to gain for first down, and Vessa down the line, and great catch. Leaped up in the air, grabbed it in the wet conditions, and first down Chambersburg.
And Vessa has been outstanding for the Trojans this year. And looks like an official's timeout. So now the Trojans will go to work. They are at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. They come up with a big first down conversion on third down. And Collier, and that is Myers, and Myers has nowhere to go at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, the Meyer plays are not working thus far. His number 73, big guy, Raymond Allen, 6'1", 360-pounder is right there waiting with the tackle.
Clay coming in and had 333 yards on 58 carries and 2 touchdowns. And this is Collier, and again the fake to Myers. This time he has the screen pass out and has it completed to the 49-yard line.
32.
Like 32, Jack Kunkelman actually with the catch there.
Third down.
Still 3rd and 8 though.
And 8. Tackle number 9.
So the Trojans need to come up with another third down play to keep the drive alive. It's going to be a third down, and they'll call it now a 7. The Trojans at their own 48-yard line. And here's Collier back. He has it off. The pass is incomplete at the 40-yard line.
They're going to have to punt the football now.
So Nazir Taylor will be in to punt it away for the Chambersburg Trojans.
And number
That clock is awful hard to read out there. It's
5:47.
5:47.
I can tell you something that's not hard to hear is the PA announcer.
Yes, it's very booming, the voice of Dave Berman. And that is a kick taken at the 15-yard line, bobbled by Harrisburg. The ball is loose. The Trojans have it if it's not blown dead. We'll wait and see. They do. Chambersburg has recovered the football, and the Trojans get the first big break of the afternoon on the fumbled punt.
Yeah, Tyrone Williams are saying 65 recovered the football, and talk about a big break. Trojans had a decent drive, had to punt the football away, and there you go, slippery conditions. It's going to cause some mishaps. Let's see if the Trojans can take advantage here and deep in Harrisburg territory.
So here are the Trojans. They are at the 15-yard line now of the Harrisburg Cougars, trailing in the ball game by a score of 7-0. And this is Collier, the quarterback, back. He throws, has it off, looking for Vesa, incomplete. And coverage there from the Harrisburg Cougars coming from Donnell Henriquez. And it is a 2nd and 10. He looked to the end zone for Vesa, and here's where you don't want to settle for 3, Mike. You need to...
No, you got to go for the hammer. You got to get 6 points. Taylor's good for the extra point. Just got to get in the end zone.
And it's Tyler Collier. You see him on your screen standing at the 22-yard line. Clay Myers with him in the backfield. The throw is incomplete, way off the mark, intended over on the far side of the field. And already a 3rd down for Chambersburg. So the Trojans have went to the air twice without success, and they're facing a 3rd down and 10 yards to go. After the big fumble recovery deep in Cougars territory, and quarterback Collier standing back at the 26-yard line. Clay Myers in the backfield. 2 receivers flanked each way, and back in the wobbly pass is up, and it is incomplete. Collier was hit as he attempted to throw, so the Trojans are indeed going to try the field goal. But after a big break like that, you want to punch it in and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, it's either just couldn't find the man with the good defense. Hopefully the Trojans at least get some points on the board.
And it'll be a field goal attempt of 33 yards for Nazir Taylor, and the flag.
Flags on the play. The kicker is Nazir Taylor. Holder number 6.
Well, they have too many men on defense. Trying to see what the penalty is.
It's going to move it closer, but it's not going to be enough for a 1st down. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment.
And now the kick from Nazir Taylor will come from like the 19-yard line, a 29-yard attempt for Taylor. And here's the snap. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. 29-yard field goal, Nazir Taylor. And with 5:20 to go in the first quarter, it's Harrisburg 7, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Cash by refinancing your car loan and pay nothing for 90 days. Refinance your auto loan from another institution with Patriot Federal Credit Union and get up to $300 cash back and take up to 3 months to make your first payment. Contact us today to learn more.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein and Mike Berger back here in Harrisburg, where the Chambersburg Trojans are on the board, but they trailed the Cougars by a score of 7-3 with 5:20 remaining to be played in quarter number 1 on a rainy Saturday afternoon here at Severance Field. And that is an end-over-end kick going to be taken back at the 5 by the Cougars to the 10. to the 20, and just inside the 20 at the 19-yard line on the return, I believe, was Allie Anthony.
Yeah, Trojans went down there fast to try to reduce the yardage from the kickoff return, and hey, the Trojans got on the board. At least started to build on something. They had a big opportunity to try to get more than 3, but Taylor's usually money to get that points, and only down by 4.
And quarterback standing and handing the football off, and very quickly the Cougars up to about the 25-yard line. Dupree Andrews on the carry for the Harrisburg Cougars. And there's Miles Braxton, and Braxton always a good job for the Trojans, and the handoff again. And it's Andrews, the carrier again to the 30-yard line.
52, Miles Braxton.
That should be enough for a first down, and it is.
So 2 carries, and the Cougars in business with a first down.
On the stop.
Harrisburg Cougars moving right to left. And there is the pass out and complete, but the Trojans have that one read perfectly.
Yeah, Anderson Butts with the catch, but nowhere to go. Defense waiting. Harrisburg, best start they've had since 2012. They won a lot of games that year.
Yamar Wilkerson using up a lot of the clock, and now there is the handoff, and getting around the right side and breaking through Trojan tacklers all the way into Trojan territory, right around midfield.
Yeah, Harrisburg likes to do that. They swing to the left, go all the way around to the right side, trying to trick the defense, and it worked. So the Cougars go down, and another first down.
And they're
even the PA announcers having trouble picking up the numbers.
Yeah, well, you got the black uniforms with the numbers on, and they just do not show up, especially for Harrisburg. As you can see there, and the people watching the live stream can see better than we can, Mike. And there's the pass incomplete at the 35-yard line.
Ronald Kent was the intended receiver for Harrisburg, incomplete.
Second down and 10 for the Cougars. 4:10 to go.
So it stopped raining.
Umbrella's still up from the fans. And this is Wilkerson again, the quarterback, 2nd and 10, the handoff, and it'll be a first down run for the Cougars to about the 40-yard line. And Giroux Monday on the carry for Harrisburg, and there's a swing pass out to the right, and down the sideline to the 35-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, Daniel Henriquez. All these different names. Harrisburg mixes up the offense.
33-yard.
So it'll be a second down, and now 3 yards to go for the Harrisburg Cougars. 2nd and 3. And quarterback throwing deep, and the pass is caught in the end zone for a Cougar touchdown.
Number 11, that's the second touchdown.
Number 11, Isaiah Sawyer.
Sawyers again, deep in the end zone with the catch. No flags on the field. And you try to get a couple points, get that only down by 4, and next drive, they put 6 more points up.
And the Cougars stretch their lead here to 13-3 over the Trojans. And now attempting to put number 14 on the board for Harrisburg. Kick up, kick is good, and there's a break in the action. 3:21 to play, first quarter. Chambersburg trails the Cougars of Harrisburg 14-3 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Severance Field as the Trojans will receive the football after the Harrisburg touchdown and take the return all the way back to about the 25-yard line.
Ball returned by number 16, Seth Price.
So some good play calling by Ymir Wilkerson. A little mixed bag of plays, a little running, getting those first downs, and nice accuracy on that throw down to Sawyers. And now they're up 14-3. Don't want to get too far out of the way. I mean, you still got 3:15 here in the first quarter.
And you're still in the ball game.
For right now, that's why this drive. You got to counterattack.
It's what the Trojans would like to do. There's Collier handing it off to Myers. And Myers is going to take it up only over about the
maybe
20.
a yard or so. And that Trojans 3 points, it was because of a fumble off the punt.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Other than that, the Trojans just with that completed pass to Vesa, about the only offense of the day. And the pass is off, and it is complete. And I knew that had to be coming. A hard hit over on the far side by the Cougars.
So maybe not much to go from that catch, but we'll see what the penalty is. It's on the Cougars. Should be a first down for sure. See what the enforcement, it's a hold.
And that's going to be a costly one for Harrisburg to take it all the way up to the 44-yard line.
The Trojans need to take advantage of these gifts.
It's against the Cougars, and it will be first down.
And it's going to be a first down and 10 yards to go, 1st and 10. And this is Clay Myers with the handoff, and Myers nowhere to run.
Cougars just know exactly where he's going to move. Right leg, left leg, they got him tackled. They're all over him, I mean.
They've watched the film, Mike.
Right.
And they've been able to execute so far here in the first quarter effectively. They've completely shut Myers down. It's 2nd down and 14 yards to go for the Trojans, 2nd and 14. And quarterback will throw it out, and he'll have it incomplete.
Touched the ground there, intended for Seth Browse, number 16, and guess what, Gary? It's 3rd down, 3rd and 16. One of my favorite guys, Gary, I remember from the Cougars last year, Number 73, Raymond Allen. He's 6 foot, 360 pounds. He's right there in the middle. He just took a break here. He's on the sideline. That guy is a beast. And he's helping the cause for the Cougars against Clay Myers, because Myers hasn't been able to do anything.
And quarterback Collier is back. He's in a heap of trouble. Throws it up and incomplete. Just off of the fingertips of Sean Vessa, standing at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Collier had a wiggle around the defense. Vessa there in the middle of the field and off his fingertips. And it's going to be Taylor out here to punt. Justin Carter out in the backfield.
So Nazir Taylor to punt it away for the Chambersburg Trojans. And a low snap, and the kick is up, and it's taken by the Cougars just shy of the 35. And they will return it to the 45-yard line.
But there is a flag. Let's see if that may be a roughing the kicker. I was looking in the backfield, not sure what the play is. This is against Harrisburg. Gee, well, was all right. I knew it was something dealing with the kicker. The flag was over there where Taylor was. Well, that's not what you want to do if you're Harrisburg. So guess what? Trojans are going to be able to start all over again. Fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 Chambersburg.
So some poor judgment by the Cougars are helping Chambersburg stay in.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Harrisburg Cougars, still in the first quarter. And there's the pass off. And Cameron Green at the 45-yard line. Second down and 8 yards to go. 2nd and 8.
Second down 8.
And the pass is off and incomplete.
Yeah, looking for Barnett. 5'11" sophomore for the Trojans. He needed a step ladder for that one, so.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and for the Chambersburg Trojans, 3rd and 8. Gary Klein, Mike Berger, thanks for joining us this afternoon from the capital city. The Harrisburg Cougars lead this one by a score of 14-3. And Collier is back. He throws it, and it is again incomplete.
Intended for Seth Browse. It's going to be a 4th down situation, meaning a punt. So Harrisburg with the roughing the kicker gave the Chambersburg Trojans the ball again and wasn't able to capitalize in the capital city.
And the Trojans have had their opportunities this afternoon.
And number 8, Justin Carter.
35 seconds, and what a long first quarter here today. And here is the kick coming, and it's going to be taken by the Cougars. Fair catch at the 11-yard line.
Well, the penalties, Gary, that's what caused this long, dragged-out quarter.
So it's up to the 12-yard line. Is where the fair catch came at the 12, and that's where the Harrisburg Cougars will go to work with 29 seconds. And the Cougar in trouble, and now a wobbly pass thrown up there. It is incomplete at the 45-yard line. Wilkerson on the run, another flag on the play.
See what the flag is. Maybe an eligible receiver.
illegal receiver downfield.
That's what it is.
Second down and 10.
So another penalty from the Cougars. It'll be a second down. Second and 10.
The quarter's not over yet, Gary. Still got 21 seconds.
And this will be Wilkerson handing the football off and getting some daylight up to the 25-yard line.
And number 15, Jameer Plant. He's only a freshman, 5'9", 180-pounder. He has some speed. This might be the last play of the quarter.
So the clock ticking down to about 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1. And there is the handoff and getting outside 30, 35, 40, and finally tripped up at the 45-yard line.
And be Plant again.
And that is the end of quarter 1 with the score. Harrisburg 14, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
When you need extra funds, keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan has a great low rate with no checking account or automatic payment requirement. It's super simple. Apply now at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And the pass is off and complete and waltzing into the end zone for a touchdown for the Harrisburg Cougars.
From Wilkerson, looks like it was Anderson Butts, number 13. One play in the second quarter, and they scored 6.
And just like that, it is now a 20-3 Harrisburg lead as they attempt to put point number 21 on the board. And the snap, the kick is up, the kick is good. So there's a break in the action. Cougars 21, Trojans 3 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Physical therapy and sports medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein, Mike Berger back in Harrisburg, where the Chambersburg Trojans are trailing in this ball game by a score of 21-3. Trojans have not capitalized on the opportunities presented to them so far. And that's Bessa on the return to the 25-yard line for Chambersburg.
So the Harrisburg coach in between the quarters said, Wilkerson, I want you to throw a 56-yard pass.
Yeah.
And nobody around you.
Yeah.
And then waltz in, like you said, into the end zone. Good strategy. It worked.
It did. Very well for the Cougars.
And the Cougars have had a buffet of penalties, and the Trojans haven't been able to capitalize on them.
And the quarterback will throw it, and it's going to be intercepted by the Harrisburg Cougars at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, inside the 5-yard line.
Number 17 for the Cougars. Right now, Gant. Sophomore, 5'9", 170-pounder. It went right to his fingertips. Had to jump up a little bit. He grabbed it, swung it around the right side, and got it deep in the Trojan territory. In fact, only 4 more yards for another chance for a score. This is all, it's still 11:30 left in the second. This all happened in 30 seconds in the quarter.
Yes, and just like that, it's Harrisburg with another opportunity all the way down to the Trojan 4-yard line. And the handoff and down to about the 2-yard line.
It looks like Plant, the freshman, almost in there.
2nd and goal.
So Cougars looking at a 2nd and goal. They already lead 21-3 with 11:11 remaining in the first half.
Quarterback keeper, and that's going to be
And kick in for the touchdown.
The old famous quarterback keeper.
And it's now a 27-3 lead for the Harrisburg Cougars.
Yeah, Wilkerson runs in 2 yards. Really don't want a mercy game, Gary.
I saw one of those last night. Big Spring and Greencastle was mercied in the after the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter. And this one is heading in that direction quickly, Mike. Snap, kick, up, kick, good. And there is a break in the action. 10:59 to play first half. It is Harrisburg 28 and Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan has a great low rate with no checking account or automatic payment requirement. It's super simple. Apply now at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com, your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Number 16, Seth Brown.
Gary Klein with Mike Berger back here in Harrisburg. And here is the kick that's going to be taken by the Trojans back at the 10-yard line, up to the 15, to about the 20. And that was Seth Rouse on the return.
Number 6. Number 5, Shatik Patterson.
So the Trojans, well, Mike, a few years ago, we saw a big lead in a Cougar-Trojan game overcome. It was the Cougars who overcame the 29-point deficit. So.
No, yeah, you got tons of football left, but
you got to score.
You got to start scoring. If they're going to keep scoring on their drives, you're not going to have enough time eventually. And after that 35 points, that clock gets a little faster.
A lot faster. And this is Myers, and
Myers has not been able to do anything today.
Cougars have read him extremely well. We said they've obviously done their homework. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Trojans. And if you take that running game away from the Trojans, they are in some serious trouble. And so far, the Cougars have done that effectively. And they'll give it to Myers again. And as we say that, he breaks through with his biggest run of the afternoon. And Myers is going to get up over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And it'll be a third down and 2 yards to go. You need to get a couple of first downs. Hang on to the football.
Right. They need to get that big yardage on the first part of the series, first and second downs. Now the pressure's on Chambersburg. There's 2 yards to go.
3rd and 2 out of the shotgun, and
they'll get a first down.
And the Cougars, who have been plagued by penalties this first half, here comes another one, as it is encroachment from the Harrisburg Cougars. It's going to put the ball up to about the 33-yard line, and it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Trojans. And here's the handoff again to Myers, and Myers is going to be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage.
See with the forward progress where they got him at, maybe a step beyond the line of scrimmage. Yeah.
Second down and 10 yards to go. 2nd and 10. Collier out of the shotgun with Myers, and Collier is in trouble, and he's going to be sacked for the loss, and there to get him for the Cougars is number 3, Isaiah Hall. And a big loss on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and long for the Trojans. 3rd and 18, Chambersburg.
Like a flash of lightning there. Collier steps back, and before you knew it, Hall was waiting for him. Little protection there on the defense on that play. On the offensive line, I mean.
Tyler Collier, and he scampers, and he's going to get up to about the 30-yard line.
Still double sticks for the Trojans. Time to get Taylor out.
Quarterback Collier with the keep. 4th and 13.
I mean, Harrisburg is the reason why the Trojans have had multiple first downs today because of their penalties.
And Nazir Taylor will be in to punt it away on a 4th and 13 for the Trojans. And Taylor will punt it from the 10-yard line. And it's going to be taken by the Cougars at the 35. And no fair catch made by Connor, and he lost some yardage on that back to the 30.
Yeah, great job by Luke Wetzel there. 200-pounder junior. Read where the play was going to go and got him down. Let's see if the Trojans can at least hold them to keep the score at bay.
Certainly cannot afford your 4 scores behind already. Even 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions, you're still short. So they're 4 scores behind. And the quarterback is going to be sacked for a loss.
Host of Trojans there with the loss, including Kelton Chastelic. We said his name a lot. He's been a bright star for the Trojans on the defense.
And recently signed to play at Princeton in the Ivy League. Second down and 12 yards to go. He's been a mainstay for the Trojans for a number of years. Just outstanding player. And that's up to the 30, 35, 40, down the sidelines to the 50. And brought down in Trojan territory at the 40-yard line.
Joel Davis there with the catch and the run. He's a 5'8 senior. We said some different names here, Gary. They can mix it up on the offense. I'm sure the defense, they can't wait to halftime. They get that breather, been out there
most of the day, Mike. 8:34. Cougars on the move. And the long count. Quarterback drops back. He throws over the middle. It is complete. And running through Trojan defenders into the end zone for a touchdown. Harrisburg will try to pick that number up there, Mike.
I don't know, is Joel Davis number 20? I'm not sure how to get the official word, but no matter what number it is, Gary, another touchdown. Still 6:34 to go here. And they got 34 points on the board.
Wow. And 6 minutes to go in the first half.
It was number 20, Gary. Joel Davis.
Kick is up. Kick is good.
Davis fires it home again. 6.5 to go.
So with 8:34 remaining to be played to halftime, it's Harrisburg 35, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
If you got a car to sell but don't want to buy a new one, what are you going to do? A newspaper ad, Craigslist, or the old sign in the windshield? You will get to talk to some really interesting people, but the odds of you selling your car aren't really good. But you can bring it to Keystone Ford, and here's my promise to you. We'll appraise your car with no obligation and make you an offer. If you accept the offer, you'll get your check that day. Now, how easy was that? We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Okay, here we Here come the Cougars, and kick is going to fly into the end zone.
Congratulations going out to Harrisburg alumni. Anthony Bosco Thompson.
Harrisburg is having their way, Gary, today. I mean, it's not really a lot of positive things to say about the Chambersburg, both the offense and the defense. I mean, in fact, Harrisburg's had a host of penalties to give Chambersburg opportunities to do something.
Yeah, as we said, the only enemy on the field for the Cougars is themselves so far this afternoon. Quite a few penalties.
Great defense there on the front line for the Cougars. They're just stopping Myers and anybody really wants to run with the football.
And there is a handoff to Myers, and he is going to be able to break through for some yardage to the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier number 22, Cameron Green.
Oh, that was Cameron Green that time, not Clay Myers. Cameron Green.
So they've been mixing up a little bit to try to see who can get through this tough defense.
35-3. The Cougars lead. And quarterback back, and he'll throw. The pass is off, incomplete. And off the outstretched hands.
Yeah, Justin Reichenbach, number 23.
5:51 remaining to halftime, 5:51.
3rd and 5.
So it will be a 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
I don't see a game clock here. Usually I like to watch it when the Trojans have the football.
And there is the handoff, and it's up to the 30-yard line. Yeah, and that is missing from here. After being in Newville last night, we had microphones for the officials, along with a great big, huge time clock in the end zones.
That's called first class.
Yeah. The only place I have seen either one.
Right.
And that's at Big Spring High School. So it'll be a 1st and 10, 5:29 to go here in the first half. And Collier down the middle, and the pass is incomplete.
And it was right in the hands of Gantz, who's already had an interception, and right off his chest.
Almost intercepted.
I mean, that was right at a Cougar.
Second down.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. So Collier will drop back into the shotgun. Trojans very methodical, always take their time, use most of that clock. And the handoff, and that is handed off to Cameron Green, and Green able to pick up about 6 yards or so on the play. But it will bring up a 3rd down to go for 3rd down for Chambersburg. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 for the Trojans.
You can also see the highlights of today's game on Channel 27 ABC News. 7 p.m. report.
Collier. And he hands the ball off. This is Green again, who has a hole. Flag is down, and if it stands, it'll be a Trojan 1st down.
Looks like it may not. It's the line judge talking to the referee of what he saw. Maybe a hold. 9 out of 10 times it is a hold. It is against Chambersburg.
So that will bring it back. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Doesn't get any easier for the Trojans. They host Cedar Cliff next Friday night at Trojan Stadium.
Does it get easier after that, Gary?
After Cedar Cliff, let's see, then it's on the road with Central Dauphin, and back home for State College, who defeated Cumberland Valley last night, and closing it out at Carlisle. And Carlisle is at 3-3 after their loss last night. Everyone with a winning record in the Commonwealth, with the exception of Trojans.
Well, they're not doing very well thus far in the first half, so try to get them back in the winning ways. That penalty hurt. They were close to a 1st down.
And here's the pass off, and it is completed to number 24 of the Trojans.
23, Justin Reichenbach.
So it's Reichenbach.
4th down and 2.
But it's still going to bring up a 4th down for Chambersburg, which means they're going to have to punt the football away.
What would you do, Gary, since you're down 35-3? You got 2 to gain. You got Clay Myers. You got Cameron Green. Should get 2 yards, get the 1st down. We got to lose.
Nothing at this point, to be honest. Yeah.
And the way the offense has been for Harrisburg.
And that's back, and the kicker is down, and the kick is no flag, and the ball will be down the 43-yard line of the Cougars.
Yeah, good field position. The Cougars will have plenty of time to increase their lead.
When you need extra funds, choose the super simple home equity loan from F&M Trust, your local full-service community bank. Apply online at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. 3:19 to halftime, and there is the handoff, and a huge hole is up over the 50 and up to the 45-yard line, and on the carry, it is Dupree Andrews. So Dupree Andrews on the carry. 35-3 is the Cougars lead. And the handoff again, and another 1st down, and it's Dupree Andrews again with the carry.
Jared Sechrist.
Penn State lead Maryland 24-14 at halftime. Who are you rooting for, Gary?
No question. The Nittany Lions. First down, 10 yards to go for the Cougars.
Doesn't look like it's raining there, so.
And all the most of the umbrella, there's still umbrellas on this side.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just raining on this side, Mike. Or else the Trojan faithful have already departed over there. And quarterback throws, looking for a receiver, and it hits a Trojan. It hits off the back of the Trojan defender inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the pass was a little short, and by the time the ball landed, it hit the back of the defense of Chambersburg. I believe that was number 8, Carter, downfield, the intended receiver. A little more mustard. You might would have had Carter there.
So a second down and 10 yards to go. And the incomplete as he went for the sidelines and not able to find his receiver. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 yards to go for the Cougars.
2:25 to go, second quarter.
Time in the first half slowly winding down. Here we are an hour, and we're still playing in the first half. A lot of penalties in the game, mostly by the Harrisburg Cougars, the majority of them, but it hasn't slowed them down. And quarterback rolls, and he looked like he wanted to throw. Will keep it himself, and it's going to be at the 30-yard line, and that may be a penalty coming on the Trojans.
Yeah, I saw it from here.
It is a personal foul, first down for Harrisburg.
Now, is that like a horse collar type penalty?
That's what a horse collar, yes. That's exactly what it looked like.
And this is the first drive. It seemed like the defense was doing a good job against Harrisburg. So a couple awkward passes, a lot of QB for the Cougars, and then you do something like that, and guess what? They only got 14 more yards, and they're in for another score.
And there is the handoff, and it goes. And then now he's loose and still loose. You're looking at number 1, Dupree Andrews, and the Trojans finally get him down at about the 15-yard line. I thought he was down a few times, Mike, but
full of energy. The Trojans, man, if they didn't stop him on that, I would just go up to midfield and throw a white flag on the ground. Got to give it for Dupree. He couldn't stop him.
He's finally brought down at about the 15-yard line. And again, the throw over the middle, incomplete. Good coverage there from the Chambersburg Trojan.
Justin Carter, the intended receiver.
For number 8, Justin Carter, it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Let's see, field goal, make it 38. That'd be 35 points.
That would be. That would do it, yep. 3rd down and 12 yards to go, 3rd and 12. And there's the pass, and it is off and completed to Davis at the about the 15, 16-yard line. It is a 4th down.
And a field goal.
And the Cougars' field goal unit is coming in. And if they are successful, it'll send this with the mercy rule for the second half. And the remainder of the first half. And Joel Davis, the kicker. from the 33-yard attempted to kick is blocked by the Trojans. A loose football, and it's going to be fallen on, and the Trojans will take over at the 25-yard line.
Either that was I don't know what happened with that kick, but it just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, it's like it never got off the ground. 29 seconds the time remaining to halftime.
First and 10 Trojans.
So the Trojans will have 78 yards to travel and 29 seconds to get there if they're going to put a score on the board. Handoff, and that is number 22 for the Chambersburg Trojans, Cameron Green. Second down, 7 yards to go. Pickup of 3.
Check that Cameron Green with all carry. My bad. Cameron Green, 22.
Maybe I'll get one last play here, and they do.
Green again.
And it's Green again, but that's the way the first half is going to end. So at the end of one half of play, the score is Harrisburg 35 and Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the sports network on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
When you need extra funds, keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, our home equity loan has no checking account or automatic payment requirement, and there's no introductory teaser rate. You simply get a low fixed rate with savings you can count on. F&M Trust is a local community bank, ready to serve all your financial needs. Apply for your super simple home equity loan now at fmtrustonline.com or at any F&M Trust community office. Equal housing lender.
Wow, value and incentives have been really good for the past few months at Keystone Ford, but they just went from good to incredible. For a limited time, you can now get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 off on all 2016 models. Cars, SUVs, vans, even the Ford F-150. Today, you can save thousands and have awesome payments. Check these out. And to top this off, I promise nobody will beat a Keystone Ford price. We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
Fall is fabulous in Franklin County, whether it is in your own backyard or as a weekend getaway. Lots of apples, pumpkins, hay mazes, hay rides, fall foliage festivals, and more. Saturday, October 15th is Apple Fest in downtown Chambersburg. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Everything apples, artisans, art, fun, entertainment by finalists of this year's A Cappella and Unplugged. Fun for the whole family. Then try to find your way out of a 10-acre corn maze at Country Creek Produce Farm on Eder Road in Chambersburg. Open Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to dusk, and Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. Great fall fun is waiting in Franklin County. For more to see and do, visit explorefranklincountypa.com.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Klein Tours has your ticket and transportation to the Baltimore Ravens at home and on the road to watch the Ravens play the New York Jets. Fly to Dallas November 19th to 22nd to see the Ravens and Cowboys, Washington Redskins games, Baltimore Orioles, New England Fall Foliage, Myrtle Beach, CMA Awards in Nashville, Las Vegas, Niagara Falls, New York City, and more. Visit KleinTours.net or phone 717-597-5997.
MidPennBroadcasting.com, your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Today's halftime show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent serving Greencastle, Chambersburg, and Waynesboro and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland communities. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Mike Berger back here. It's halftime, and the Trojans, a lot of work to cut out for them. 35-3, they're down here at Severance Field at the capital city, and it's been all Chambersburg. Not really a lot for them to really be happy about the way this game has gone. Trojans 1-4 coming in today's contest, and Harrisburg 4-1. Cougars had that 49-0 Hershey big win last week, and Trojans with the loss against CD East last Friday. And the way Harrisburg's been scoring, they've been averaging about 30 points a contest. And for the Trojans, not really a lot going on as far as on the offense. And Harrisburg's been getting them some opportunities on a silver plate here early on and not able to capitalize, as Harrisburg with the big lead, 35-3. And some scoring for Harrisburg early on was Zeke Sawyers at the 8:50 mark in the first. Got the first points on the board, made it 7-0. After that 15-yard pass by Wilkerson. The extra point was good. Trojans had a chance. There was a fumble off the punt catch by the Cougars, 5:34 mark, and Tyrone Williams grabbed it, was at the 16-yard line in Harrisburg territory. See if we can get things interesting. They were unsuccessful trying to get 6 on the board, but they were successful on a 28-yard field goal by Nazir Taylor. Taylor, one of the bright spots for the Trojans, an excellent field goal kicker. Made it 7-3, and you just never know. 5:22 getting into contest, thought maybe we'd have a football game, but did not last long as Sawyers ran in. Another touchdown for him at the 3:21 mark, his second of the game. Made it 13-3. Nice catch, 34 yards out. Extra point good, 14-3. Harrisburg led there in the first quarter. Second quarter, it was more Harrisburg as an interception by Gant for the Cougars. And then a nice pass that made it 21-3. Quarterback keeper, 10:54 mark. Wilkerson ran in 1 yard, made it 27-3. Extra point good, 28-3 is the score. And then how about a couple more points? Joel Davis gets the catch, runs in, 6:34 mark, made it 34-3 extra point, and the Cougars had 35 points on the board. They had attempts to get it in a mercy situation, and the field goal was no good. So the Trojans here at halftime down 35-3, and we'll have more at the halftime show right after these messages. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Extra funds. Keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, our home equity loan has no checking account or automatic payment requirement, and there's no introductory teaser rate. You simply get a low fixed rate with savings you can count on. F&M Trust is a local community bank, ready to serve all your financial needs. Apply for your super simple home equity loan now at fmtrustonline.com or at any F&M Trust community office. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Fall is fabulous in Franklin County, whether it is in your own backyard or as a weekend getaway. Lots of apples, pumpkins, hay mazes, hay rides, fall foliage, festivals, and more. It is Pumpkin Fest on Saturday, October 15th at Renfrew Museum and Park in Waynesboro, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. with pumpkin chucking, hay rides, pumpkin carving, music, food, and games. For more family fun, visit Reynolds Farm Tuesday through Friday beginning at 3:15 p.m. plus Saturday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday noon to 6 p.m. Great fall fun is waiting in Franklin County. For more to see and do, visit explorefranklincountypa.com.
Wow, value and incentives have been really good for the past few months at Keystone Ford, but they just went from good to incredible. For a limited time, you can now get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 off on all 2016 models. Cars, SUVs, vans, even the Ford F-150. Today, you can save thousands and have awesome payments. Check these out. And to top this off, I promise nobody will beat a Keystone Ford price. We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider. Always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back to Harrisburg, everyone, as we are at halftime. Harrisburg with a 35-3 lead over the Chambersburg Trojans. And looking at some scores from last night, Shippensburg with a come-from-behind 35-30 win over Mifflin County. It was also in the Colonial last night. Northern defeated James Buchanan 56-6. Waynesboro over West Perry 63-15, and Big Spring over Greencastle 49-21. And in the Commonwealth, a non-league game, Susquehanna Township over Carlisle 35-6. And CD East and CD Central Dauphin play this afternoon along with this ball game. And in the other ball game played last night, State College defeating Cumberland Valley by a score of 20-16. We will be coming back with more after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience, 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
When you need extra funds, keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan has a great low rate with no checking account or automatic payment requirement. It's super simple. Apply now at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Fall is fabulous in Franklin County, whether it is in your own backyard or as a weekend getaway. Lots of apples, pumpkins, hay mazes, hay rides, fall foliage, festivals, and more. It is Pumpkin Fest on Saturday, October 15th at Renfrew Museum and Park in Waynesboro, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. with pumpkin chucking, hay rides, pumpkin carving, music, food, and games. For more family fun, visit Reynolds Farm Tuesday through Friday beginning at 3:15 p.m. plus Saturday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday noon to 6 p.m. Great fall fun is waiting in Franklin County. For more to see and do, visit explorefranklincountypa.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
People are feeling a credit pinch these days. It could be due to a job layoff, illness, or just bad luck. Well, if you're one of those people that have less than perfect credit and you need a vehicle, Keystone Ford is the answer. Here's what you need to do. Prove who you are, prove what you make, and you'll get a vehicle. That's it. It's our Keystone Ford Guaranteed Credit Approval, and you only have to do 2 things. Prove who you are and prove what you make. It's that easy. We're Keystone Ford, your first choice for Guaranteed Credit Approval.
MidPennBroadcasting.com, your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Welcome back, everyone, to Severance Field in Harrisburg, joined by Ed Gottwals from the Public Opinion, Game Time PA, and Ed, a rough first half for Chambersburg.
It was. Stats pretty much show exactly what the scoreboard does. I guess the one that stands out is total yards. Chambersburg has 59, Harrisburg 376.
Whoa. Ouch. Yeah.
The Cougars have 17 first downs. They run the ball 15 times for 122 yards. They are 12 of 17 for 254 yards through the air. They do have, stats here, they do have 7 penalties for, looks like about 55 yards. Other than that, it's been all golden for them. Chambersburg has run the ball 16 times for only 27 yards. Passing, they're 4 out of 14, 1 interception for 32 yards. And actually, of Chambersburg's 5 first downs, 3 have been by penalty for Harrisburg.
Yeah, I was just, that most of Chambersburg's yards have come on Harrisburg penalties.
Actually, they have gained more yards that way than they have by themselves. Yes,
on the ground, and it seems like Clay Myers, who was so good on the ground through the first 4 weeks of the season, Harrisburg has been able to stop him throughout the first half today.
At least early in the game, they were breaking through the line and tackling him before he even really got a chance to get started. I mean, he was just cutting the ball and he was down.
Yeah.
They did have some success a little bit with some counters later in the half. At least they got some yardage on that, especially through Cam and Green. But yeah, it's been pretty ugly.
Yes, it has for Chambersburg again here today. And this was a game we looked at the beginning of the year and thought maybe it was one Chambersburg could come away with a win in. But
well, we certainly thought it was going to be one to be competitive in.
Yes.
But I think we might have underestimated Harrisburg pretty good.
Yes, they are.
I mean, they always have athletes, but that quarterback is very accurate, and he's got great speed at running back, and he's got I like some of the stuff they're doing with their receivers to get them open. I mean, look, Chambersburg don't have a chance against them.
No,
they just don't have the athleticism.
Right.
They just don't. I mean, they've had 2 scoring passes where the guy, they probably wasn't a defender within 15 yards of him. And, I mean, part of that's just sheer speed.
Yeah.
But, you can't have that.
Yeah, it's, a mismatch. What do you say after a while?
Yeah, well, I mean, frankly, there's mismatches all over the field.
Yes,
and there's only so much you can do.
Yes.
I just, I think the thing with Chambersburg fans, you just have to be hopeful. Every time I talk to somebody, they say there's lots of good kids coming up. So then this is still a young team, so get them some experience, and let's cross our fingers it's better next year and then better the year after that.
Yes, that's what we could hope for, and hopefully those younger players coming up will develop and be as good as what we've heard about. Ed, hey, thanks a lot, Ed. That's Ed Gottwals. As the halftime report has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent. As the kickoff comes to the Chambersburg Trojans taken back near the goal line, and the Trojans are going to return it to about the 15-yard line. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Hagerstown, and surrounding Pennsylvania and the Maryland areas. Trojans going to work down by 32 to start quarter number 3.
Yeah, and it wasn't for that missed field goal by Harrisburg, we'd be talking a much quicker second half. Trojans just have to forget about the nightmare of the first half they had and see what they can do on this drive.
Down by 32. And this is Collier, the quarterback, and he throws it out, hasn't completed the 15-yard line to Vessa, but greeted there by a host of Harrisburg Cougars.
Yeah, he'll get the forward progress, but it's probably going to be a loss of yardage. It's going to be a second down and about 11 yards to go.
So that's where the Trojans go to work. Second and 11, down 35-3 in the ball game.
Second and 11.
And this is Collier, the quarterback, standing at the 10-yard line, and there's the pass out and completed along the sidelines up to the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Number 5, Sean Bessa.
Yeah, Bessa now 2 straight catches. But guess what? Third down already.
Third and 4. 2 catches for a total of 6 yards. And one of those was backwards a yard. So if you're Harrisburg, you'll take them anytime.
That's right.
Third down and 4 yards to go. Third and 4 for the Trojans. And there is the handoff and out in the open for the Trojans to the 40, the first down. Is that Clay Myers?
Yes, it is. Clay Myers, first big run he's had all day. Will be good enough for a first down.
First down, Chambersburg.
And it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Indeed, his best run of the day. $35-3. Harrisburg lead. Trojans with a first down. They'll give it to Myers again, and Myers breaks through a couple of defenders to the 45 for the pickup to the Trojans 45.
Maybe some adjustments at the offense blocking, making some holes for Myers, as Myers, he's down right now, taking his helmet off.
So Clay Myers down on the field being attended to. Hopefully Clay is okay. Trojans all knelt down beside him, and it looks like he's getting up and walking off.
Hey, he's grabbing his neck. Maybe how he was tackled there, a little sore.
That brings us 2nd and 7. Ball on the 44-yard line.
That was a tough 3 yards there for Clay.
15 remaining.
Got a pretty good look at it on the live stream there. It was indeed the neck. And now quarterback standing back at the 40-yard line, and he will hand it off. And
Cameron Green, he's been getting a couple handoffs today.
Number 5, Shatik Patterson. Brings up 3rd down, 5 yards to go.
So it'll be a 3rd and 5 for the Chambersburg Trojans. Third and 5. And it's Collier standing just over the 40. He has it off. He has it complete. And a first down for the Trojans.
Andrew Shetter, 205-pound sophomore.
And that is a Chambersburg first down. Number 4 on the tackle, Jai Burney.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. So the Trojans with a couple of first downs in this drive.
Yeah, a little more cohesive here in this opening play, this second half.
And that is Collier. He drops back, he throws, and the pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Vessa out at the 25-yard line.
So it'll be a good coverage by Enriquez.
9:06 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Be a 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Trojans. 2nd and 10. And there's the little screen pass. That's number 22, Cameron Green. And it's up to the 42-yard line. So the Trojans on the move here to start the 3rd quarter, trailing 35-3. Had their best drive so far of the day. And there is the handoff again. And it's that Green again. And it's up over the 40 to the 39-yard line.
It's going to be very close to a first down.
It's going to be short, though.
Gotta go for it.
4th and 1. You're right. This is a Trojans looking toward the bench. I would hope that they're going for it here, and they are. 4th down and 1 yard to go. 4th and 1. And Collier standing back at the 44-yard line. And there is the pass off, complete to the 25, and a Trojan first down. Cameron Green on the receiving end. So it's Green on the receiving end. He's a 5'8", 160-pound senior. And it's a Trojan first down at the 25-yard line. And again, it's Cameron Green, and Green breaks through up to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Green. This is a good drive for Chambersburg.
It is. Started on their own 20, and they have marched to the 19 of the Harrisburg Cougars.
It's all about the end result. Can they capitalize on this?
And they've also taken 5 minutes off of the clock doing it. And there's the pass from Collier on the screen. It's complete down the sideline and all inside the 5 to the 4.
Yeah, South Browse, the sophomore, good catch. Able to stay on his feet the best he could to get it close into the end zone.
From the 5-yard line.
So it'll be first and goal for the Trojans from the 5-yard line, and a timeout taken by the Harrisburg Cougars with 5:49 to go in the third quarter. It's Harrisburg 35, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the sports network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Extra funds. Keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, our home equity loan has no checking account or automatic payment requirement, and there's no introductory teaser rate. You simply get a low fixed rate with savings you can count on. F&M Trust is a local community bank, ready to serve all your financial needs. Apply for your super simple home equity loan now at fmtrustonline.com or at any F&M Trust community office. Equal housing lender.
MidpennBroadcasting.com.
Trojans on the move, trying to pick up their first touchdown of the day. They are first and goal at the 5-yard line, going left to right to start the second half. And the big 6'8" Tyler Collier will hand the football off to Cameron Green. This time Green is going to be stopped for a loss of a couple of yards.
Yeah, timeout by Harrisburg. And good stop. Damian Barber there. 6'3", 240 pounds.
A loss of 3 on the play.
They got some big, tall guys on that line for Harrisburg.
It is now the Trojans facing a second down and 8 yards to go, 2nd and 8. And this is Green again over the middle. It is incomplete.
Incomplete.
And now we're looking at a third down and 8 yards to go.
Sean Harris. Third from the 8. 6:05 to go.
Quarterback will throw it, and it's going to be knocked away by the Cougars, almost incomplete.
It was going for Andrew Shetter. And now we got 4th down.
So are the Trojans going for the touchdown or going to be content with trying the field goal?
I think Chambersburg wants to talk about what decision they want to make here. They call a timeout.
With 6 minutes remaining to go in the third quarter, it's Harrisburg 35, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidpennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Been really good for the past few months at Keystone Ford, but they just went from good to incredible. For a limited time, you can now get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 off on all 2016 models. Cars, SUVs, vans, even the Ford F-150. Today, you can save thousands and have awesome payments. Check these out. And to top this off, I promise nobody will beat a Keystone Ford price. We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidpennBroadcasting.com.
And Collier, the quarterback, throws it up and touchdown, and deflected touchdown, and the Trojans have it. Sean Vessa on the receiving end of it. So the Trojans do get a break on the pass from Collier. It was deflected right into the hands of the waiting Sean Vessa in the end zone, and the Trojans make it a 35-13 ball game with the extra point attempt coming. And we're going to get another look at that right now as far as quarterback back there, the deflection and right into the hands of Vessa.
Right place, right time, huh?
Yeah, that's it. He was exactly as you described, Mike. Right place, right time. It results in the Trojans' first touchdown of the day, 35-9. And the Trojans, who have had the ball the whole third quarter, I believe, yes.
Number 6,
I mean, it's great. They had the ball a lot, a good drive. But, I mean, if you want to get into this, you got to get going. You got to get that score, get on defense, make it a 4 and out, and get the ball right back.
And the snap, the kick is up, the kick is good. And it is a 35-10 Harrisburg lead. Are you saying the comeback is on, Mike?
Hey, you still got a whole quarter plus 5 minutes here in the
third quarter. It could be done, right?
Right.
We've seen it before,
right,
with Harrisburg. Only Harrisburg came back,
right,
not Chambersburg.
That was last year. This is the new year.
Yeah, right. That's been a couple of years ago. Yeah. So the Trojans
number 23
on the board for the first time today, and this update is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds, keep life super simple with the super simple home equity loan from F&M Trust. You'll enjoy a low fixed rate from a full-service community bank based right here in South Central Pennsylvania. Apply now at fmtrustonline.com or your nearest F&M Trust location. Equal housing lender. So the Trojans will be kicking it off 5:55 on the scoreboard clock, fresh off of their first touchdown of the afternoon. And ball taken by Butts back at the 10-20. Here we go, 30, 40, and 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, looking for penalty flags. There are none. And there you go. Typical Chambersburg. One good thing happens,
and 10 bad things happen after.
Yeah, it was like in the CD East ball game. You got that recovered fumble, and after that, bang, bang, bang. 3 straight scores by CD East. So it is now a 42-10 ball, or 35-41-10 ball game. And that touchdown did keep the mercy rule from kicking in, Mike, if that's any consolation. And now a botched snap by Harrisburg, and they keep going backwards on this, and backwards all the way back to the 40-yard line. Not that it matters.
Yeah, they can't advance it, sure.
So it's a 41-10 Harrisburg Cougar lead on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Incentives have been really good for the past few months at Keystone Ford, but they just went from good to incredible. For a limited time, you can now get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 off on all 2016 models. Cars, SUVs, vans, even the Ford F-150. Today, you can save thousands and have awesome payments. Check these out. And to top this off, I promise nobody will beat a Keystone Ford price. We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Well, Harrisburg did not take long to answer the Trojan score. As they got one of their own, and good news for Penn State there.
Penn State leading 31-14 to start in the fourth quarter at Happy Valley. And Trojans here will have it on their own 20-yard line, start this drive.
With 5:42 to go.
So Vessa with the lucky catch in the end zone. Been a little chipper if you're a Trojan fan. You got 35-10, and then guess what? You do a kickoff. And what does Anderson Butts do? Let's run 89 yards for a touchdown.
Yep, we'll wipe that out right now.
Right.
We'll get this.
First down and 10.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Harrisburg Cougars. Or excuse me, for the Trojans. And there's a handoff. Cameron Green will take it up over the 25 for Chambersburg.
Yeah, we've been saying Green a lot here in the last, especially the last possession. Green has some good carries. Curious for Clay Myers, because he had to lead the game. He's holding his neck.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 3 yards to go. 2nd and 3 for the Trojans. And the pump once, pumps twice, and the pass is another deflected pass into the arms of the Chambersburg Trojan.
That was Vessa again.
Well, maybe there's a new plan here, Mike. Just
bounce off the Cougars, see if you can catch it.
It seems to have worked well here in the third quarter. So it'll be a 1st and 10, 32-yard line. And as always, the Trojans and Collier taking their time. Passes off. This one bounces incomplete at about the 34-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. 2nd and 10. Collier. Again, taking his time back, and he goes up to throw and is going to be knocked down for a sack. Number 5 for the Harrisburg Cougars, Shatake Patterson knocks down Collier at the 24-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 19 yards to go for the Chambersburg Trojans. 3rd and 19. 4 minutes remaining to be played in the third quarter. And Collier back, and he pumps, he throws, and this one is deflected but incomplete.
Yeah, he was looking out for number 23, Justin Reichenbach. Goes off his arms and does a couple bounces off some Cougars. And it's going to be 4th and 19.
And this will be a punting situation. Nazir Taylor will come in to punt it away for the Chambersburg Trojans. So here's Taylor, and he's got it straight up in the air, and it's going to be taken by the Cougars at their own 40-yard line. That's where they'll get their start. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Chambersburg taking on Cedar Cliff next Friday night at Trojan Stadium, and we'll have all the play-by-play on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. And the Greencastle Blue Devils also in action next Friday night And the Blue Devils will be hosting the undefeated Chambersburg Greyhounds.
What's your prediction on that game?
Very much Chambersburg. And there is the handoff to Butts, and he's going to be knocked down in the backfield at about the 42-yard line. I don't think it's going to be any question with Chambersburg. Of course, anyone can play a bad game, but both Greencastle and Chambersburg will be coming off of very big losses this week.
Right.
And quarterback back and throw, and the pass is completed.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds for number 13 of the Cougars, Shaquan Anderson Butts.
That brings up 3rd and 12.
So to bring up a 3rd down and 12 yards to go, 3rd and 12.
3 minutes to go.
We're at the 3-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. And here's quarterback, plenty of time. Now is off to his left, running down the sideline to the 50.
Wow. That was a great play by the QB for the Cougars. He just did his homework for Monday and ran down the left side of the field and able to get some key yardage and a 1st down.
1st down to the Trojan 42-yard line. And there it is, pass off and complete down the sidelines, headed for the end zone, and all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Harrisburg Cougars to Bree Andrews.
They couldn't get him down, Gary.
No, he just ran at will. Nothing the Trojans could do. The mercy rule is kicking in. And if you're a Trojan fan, it could not end soon enough.
Talk about dancing and staying on your feet. And 3 Trojans trying to grab him before he gets into the end zone and unsuccessful.
Snap, kick is down, the kick is blocked. So now it's a 47-10 Harrisburg lead with 2:23 to go. Mercy rule is in effect. And we'll be back on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Let's keep things super simple with the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan. Unlike other banks, the F&M Trust Home Equity Loan has a great low rate with no checking account or automatic payment requirement. It's super simple. Apply now at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here in Harrisburg, it's been a rough 2 nights. The 2 teams I have covered have combined to give up 96 points in less than 2 games.
He's called a lot of scores.
Yeah, calling a lot of scores, that's for certain. And there is the fumble near the goal line, picked up by the Trojans, and it's up over the 10 to the 11-yard line.
And they have the clock stopped. It should be going, I would think.
That's why now it's starting.
Yeah, the referee backfield saying, "Let's go," waving his arms in a circular motion, saying, "Keep that clock running."
We have had numerous discussions about that on our talk shows about the clock that it's supposed to run. It does not always run the way that it should. It seems maybe it's different depending on the crew that's on the field, but for the most part, when you get this situation, there's Cameron Green, and it's going to be up to about the 15-yard line. Just let it run.
Right.
Nobody's going to complain if you do miss a stoppage of it. You know, let it go, get them out.
Cameron Green. Game 2, second down.
Tyler Collier with Green with him in the backfield on a second down and 8 yards to go for the Trojans. Collier keeps looking to the sideline for Chambers.
Now, do they have to worry about the clock as a penalty?
Yes, they would still call that, yeah. And the handoff there is that Green again.
And to answer your question, I mean, the clock should only stop during a mercy roll is for a touchdown, an injury, or a timeout.
Okay. Now watch and see if that happened. Mike was an official, so you...
Well, actually, I did the score. I used to keep score. Actually, at Harrisburg Academy, I had a portable score, a clock. You actually were on the field, and you had to watch. It's all about watching the referee the whole time, the guy in the white hat.
That's and there's the pass off, and it's going to get complete to the 15-yard line, and that is going to be completed to number 24, Andrew Sheddard. And that is going to be, mercifully, the end of quarter number 3 with the score. Harrisburg 47, Chambersburg 10 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Financing your car loan and pay nothing for 90 days. Refinance your auto loan from another institution with Patriot Federal Credit Union and get up to $300 cash back and take up to 3 months to make your first payment. Contact us today to learn more.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on midpenbroadcasting.com.
Fourth quarter action underway here in Harrisburg as the Chambersburg Trojans, facing a 4th down and 2 yards to go, will be punting on the goal line. It's dropped in the end zone and the loose football. And let's see. It's recovered by the Harrisburg Cougars on the 1 yard line. The Cougars have recovered the football. And yes, it's, no, are they going to run the clock? No, you stop the clock for this, right?
Right. It was a change of possession.
Yeah.
Ed Gull was able to give us a much more competitive scoring update for you right now. Central Dauphin leading 13-3 over CD East. Second half.
Second half, okay, and pretty rapidly played. They started at 2.
Well, it might not be second. I was just figuring. I didn't know they started at 2.
Yeah.
But it's 13-3, Central Dauphin leading.
Over the Panthers of CD East, so be another good game to see.
Right.
I always thought that Cumberland Valley Central Dauphin would be.
Well, that was last Friday, right?
Yeah, that was one. That was one that actually the 2-point play came in again with Cumberland Valley going for the 2. And there is the handoff and into the end zone. Touchdown for the Harrisburg Cougars. And they stretch their lead to 53-10.
Looks like Jameer Plant ran in for the touchdown.
The 11 number to go in the game, 53-10. Cougars.
So the Cougars will try to tackle at point number 54. Snap, kick is down, kick is up. It looks good, it is good. And with 11:11 to play, the score, Harrisburg 54, Chambersburg 10 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
The Chambersburg Trojans play here. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Cougars to kick it off to the Chambersburg Trojans, and that's going to be into the end zone. And the Trojans will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. First and 10.
Looks like the rain stopped. It's even a little brighter out there.
Yes, it is. All the umbrellas are down. The tent is still up in the stands, which...
Well, I mean, you do all that work setting it up while you want to
exactly.
Get it down.
Yeah, because it may rain again,
Right.
Obviously. But for right now, the rain has subsided and really haven't had that much. It's not had a bearing at all on the game. And there is the handoff, and that is Green.
Ball carrier number 22.
To get up to the 20-yard line. Apparently, we see the last of Clay Myers today at the running back position. Second down, 9 yards to go for the Chambersburg Trojans. 2nd and 9. And that's the quarterback will keep it himself, Collier. A lot of quarterbacks, that would have been over their head.
Right.
And there was a high pass, and Collier able to get up and just tap it down, as you saw. And that's where being 6'8" comes in handy. Collier looks like went to the sideline.
Yeah, new quarterback, Bailey Leedy.
And Bailey's pass is incomplete. Bailey Leedy, a 6', 165-pound junior. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 3 for the Chambersburg Trojans. 4th and 3. And here's the Taylor kick, and he gets it off, and it takes a bounce, and still rolling up to the 33-yard line.
the 32-yard line.
So that's where the Harrisburg Cougars take over, 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
8:20 to go in the game.
8:15 left in the football game here in Harrisburg.
7:40 to go in the game. Once again, quarterback for the Cougars.
This update brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds, choose the super simple home equity loan from F&M Trust, your local full-service community bank. Apply online at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Quarterback back, rolling left. He has it up and has it completed. And for the first down over the 40-yard line, it is the Andrews again.
7.5 to go. 54-10
Trojans, trying to think last time they played Cedar Cliff. It's been a while.
It has been a real long time. This is one of the crossovers. Now, Mike, there's an uneven amount of teams in the Commonwealth this year. So everyone is going to have an extra non-league game with Mifflin County moving. So that's where the crossover came in with Cedar Cliff. And it's been a long time. They used to play regular, and they're gain up to about the 50-yard line as the clock is winding down. And Cedar Cliff is very good, by the way.
Gain of 7. Second down, 3.
2nd and 3. There are no breathers on the Trojan schedule. None whatsoever.
I mean, Colorado's not a powerhouse, but they're still a competitive football team.
Well, they're a 500 team through 6 weeks, so.
Trojans will be 1-5 after today's defeat.
And there is running around to the right side and finally out of bounds. And that is going to be number 16 for
Kavon Hope.
Kavon Hope for the Cougars. Would not want to beat Carlisle next Friday night. They play Cumberland Valley.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen Mike Montadoro since he gave the 5-win prediction?
Yes, we have seen Mike. In fact, we've talked a lot about that on Chalk Talk. We're all, waiting for an update or an explanation. We'll be talking about that on the Word on the Street tomorrow night. So. And there is the quarterback or runner up to about the 30-yard line.
Wow, talk about earning your first down or close to it.
2nd down and 1.
And it is still possible, though, Mike, even after today.
Let's see, they go 1-5, so there's
4 games left.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. I think Mike's probably ready to reevaluate that by now. And there's the pass off up. Easy as 1-2-3 into the end zone and a touchdown for the Harrisburg Cougars. It is Danelle Henriquez on the receiving end, but there is a flag.
That's right.
I see a flag.
And there another flag.
Illegal man downfield.
Wow. And it's going to be called back.
Beautiful throw by Sawyer.
The Cougars had an illegal man downfield, so they're going to bring it back with a penalty and with the clock running.
I think that's the second touchdown today that they come back. They had one in there in the first quarter.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Second one they've had called back. And now Sawyer at the quarterback spot. It's down the sideline. 10-5 touchdown. Touchdown Sawyer.
That's his third of the day. Third touchdown.
There you have it. 3 touchdowns, and
I'm sure Sawyer's like that penalty. Yeah, I'll get my touchdown. Now I have 3.
Yeah, let's just go back and do it again.
Thanks for that penalty.
Yeah, give me an opportunity.
60-10 is the score. Wow.
Isaiah Sawyers with the touchdown run. And that's going to make it, 60?
Now, does Harrisburg have their, a lot of their key guys are still in there.
They are. They're not. Kick is up and good. And with 4:37 to go, it's Harrisburg 61, Chambersburg 10 on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPenBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Keystone Ford has a very simple, easy to understand, crystal clear guarantee. We will beat any competitor's advertised price on the brand name tires we sell. That's our Keystone Ford low price tire guarantee.
An updated kitchen, a bigger garage, a new pool for the backyard. Your dreams are within reach with a low-rate 15-year home equity loan from Patriot Federal Credit Union. Get the money you need so you're not putting off your home renovation plans any longer. It's time to build that addition, renovate the bath, or redesign your home's interior. Patriot Federal Credit Union is here to help. Learn what our home equity loans can do for you at patriotfcu.org.
Equal housing lender.
4:37 to go in the ball game, and a 61-10 lead for the Harrisburg Cougars, and so much about being a competitive ball game.
Well, it was competitive when they got onto the field to start the game, but after that, it's been all the Cougars, and I mean, it's a shame. I mean, you talk about effort and wanting to be competitive, but I mean, you and Ed talked about at halftime, and you're just playing you just don't have an advantage in any of these positions, really. Maybe the kicker. Taylor's a great kicker.
He is a good kicker.
But I mean, he has to have the opportunity to hit field goals. He's only had one chance today. He got one.
Now, unlike Cumberland Valley, I don't think Harrisburg has scored every time they've had the ball, but it's close.
No.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the points that Trojans lost. Is this the highest total this year, 60 points?
First and 5, 4 minutes to go.
Cumberland Valley was more than 60, yeah. 9 times, yeah. 62-0. And there's the handoff, and it's up over the 30 to about the 31, or beg your pardon, 62-7 was the final. They had that long run from Myers.
Number 30, Carmoni Williams.
This one is a 61-10 Harrisburg lead, and yes, it is as the score indicates. It has been that kind of a day for the Trojans, and there's the handoff and breaking a couple of tackles up over the 52, about the 45 for the Trojans.
Tucker Heckman there. Coach Luther, he's getting some different guys in the game here, and why not? I mean, give everybody a chance to get into the game with this score.
Straight back is the quarterback, and in a whole lot of trouble, and finally goes down at the 45-yard line. Bailey Leedy. As time continues to tick away here in Harrisburg this afternoon, and it's one of those games you just as soon forget if you were the Trojans. And
no.
Unfortunately, they've had a few of those.
Right.
Inside of 2 minutes. And there is the handoff, and just a few yards there for the Trojans. Was that 21? Or yeah, 21, Tucker Heckman.
For Harrisburg, tackle.
Third down and 15 yards to go. Third and 15. And now back, and they are putting it up in the air, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Broken up by the Cougars at the 25-yard line.
Nothing wrong with that play by Lee. Just throw it up there. You got some receivers going down the field to see if something can happen.
Homecoming for Harrisburg next week, by the way. Don't miss it against Central Dolphins.
And the Cougars will have Central Dolphin next week, so
that'll be a good game.
It should be a very good game. Harrisburg may give the Rams a run for their money in that one. And here comes the punt with 25 seconds left. And it's taken by the Cougars back at the 20. And breaking a tackle, 25-30. There is a flag down, 35-40. And that is on the return for Harrisburg.
Looks like 23, Ali Anthony.
There it is, 23. He had the number changed earlier. Ali Anthony. And is there any real need to punt with 24 seconds in the ball game?
No, not at all.
62-10.
To practice your punting skills with the only thing I can think of. You do that at practice. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Why are you punting the football? Because the way Harrisburg is, you know, they want to score again. I mean, you think they're going to kneel?
And now here we go. They march off the penalty.
Well, they're not going to have a time to try to score anyways now.
No, it's going to be 3 seconds, 1 second.
And now it's
and this one has mercifully come to an end here in Harrisburg today with the score. Final score, Harrisburg 61, Chambersburg 10. We'll be back with a wrap-up after this quick break on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
County, whether it is in your own backyard or as a weekend getaway. Lots of apples, pumpkins, hay mazes, hay rides, fall foliage festivals, and more. Saturday, October 15th is Apple Fest in downtown Chambersburg. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Everything apples, artisans, art, fun, entertainment by finalists of this year's A Cappella and Unplugged. Fun for the whole family. Then try to find your way out of a 10-acre corn maze at Country Creek Produce Farm on Eder Road in Chambersburg. Open Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to dusk, and Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. Great fall fun is waiting in Franklin County. For more to see and do, visit ExploreFranklinCountyPA.com.
When it comes to buying tires, Keystone Ford has a very simple, easy to understand, crystal clear guarantee. We will beat any competitor's advertised price on the brand name tires we sell. That's our Keystone Ford low price tire guarantee.
An updated
Gary Klein, Mike Berger back here in Harrisburg, and Chambersburg following the 1-5 after a 62-10 loss to the Cougars.
Yeah, it's not a lot of great stuff to say about today's game, that's for sure. As the Cougars now improve to 5-1, Trojans now 1-5, and it's been all Harrisburg the whole game. It got in the mercy rule about midway third quarter, and Sawyer's 3 touchdowns for the Cougars. He had one there to be the first points of the game at the 8:50 mark off that 15-yard pass from Wilkerson. And it was 7-0, and really, I mean, this is how the game was. You had 5:34 mark going down 7-0, and Trojans were able to get a fumble, and they were on deep in Harrisburg territory on the 16-yard line, and Taylor was only able to get that field goal. That was a big opportunity to kind of, tie the game. You never know what could happen. It could be a momentum builder. Taylor gets that 28-yard field goal, and then after that it was all Harrisburg. Sawyer's another touchdown at the end of the first quarter. An interception thrown by the quarterback Collier for Chambersburg. 56-yard bomb for a touchdown. Oh, and then Joel Davis got a touchdown for the Cougars. And actually, there's that one play. We just started the second quarter saying, welcome back, everyone. And they threw that 56-yard pass for a score. So you knew things weren't going to go the Chambersburg way. In the third quarter, Vesa got a touchdown for Chambersburg. And it was a very lucky one. Went off a couple of Cougars' helmets. And he was able to grab it to get the score to 35-10. And then Anderson Butts, what did he do? He only ran for 89 yards right after that touchdown. As soon as the touchdown, kickoff to the Cougars, and Anderson Butts ran for 89 yards. And Dupree Andrews really had probably the most exciting touchdown of the day, the way he was dancing and prancing around. And he had 4 guys on him, and they couldn't get him down. He was able to reach and break the plane for the score. Made it 47-10. Mercy Rule. Plant got another touchdown for Harrisburg, made it 53. And then Sawyer's third touchdown made it 60-10, and extra point good. Final score, Harrisburg 61, Chambersburg 10.
Well, as we said, it's not getting any easier. Next week for the Trojans, they host the Cedar Cliff Colts at Trojan Stadium. This afternoon's game has been brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds, choose the super simple home equity loan from F&M Trust, your local full-service community bank. Apply online at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. By Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agency serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. By Franklin County Visitors Bureau, great moments are awaiting in Franklin County. Let the Franklin County Visitors Bureau help you plan your visit to the beautiful Cumberland Valley. By Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly, 301 Walker Road, Chambersburg. Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. Del Martin Incorporated, full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 37 years. By Patriot Federal Credit Union, helping members achieve financial success in our community since 1965. By Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializing in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. By Greencastle Eye Care, a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Greencastle community since 1984. And by Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Klein Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit KleinTours.net for a complete tour schedule. Operating the camera today for Game Time PA, Ian Fitzgerald. For Mike Berger, I'm Gary Klein. Once again, the final score, Harrisburg 61, Chambersburg 10. Good afternoon, everyone.